evening, fellow Toastmasters. Ergonomics. So what's ergonomics? Do you know? Thousands of people around the world are getting hurt or are getting injured, unaware, by doing repetitive motion, whether it's at work or at home, after job, whatever you're doing doing repetitive motion all the time. Something that you need to always to be aware of. If you're at work, we spend 8 hours at least on our job. Sometimes just looking at the computers, typing, right? Moving the mouse, looking at the monitor for hours at one time. You don't see. You don't stand up, just sitting there, like hypnotized with the computer. At home, when you're relaxing, if you can say that, a lot of the time you're looking at your phone, open, click, use the same hand, try to move it around, and try to navigate, only using one hand all the time, right? So just turn it right here, or under the table, in the table. So, and it's very often, you can do it like for hours at one time, right? So what's ergonomic? Ergonomic is the science of fitting the workplace condition and job demands to the capabilities of the working population. So let me repeat that. Ergonomics is the science of fitting the workplace condition and job demands to the capabilities of the working population. What does that mean? Exactly. Okay. So ergonomics is basically how to harmonize these three different items, which is the workplace where you're working, or the task that you're performing, okay, the demand that task has, and the capabilities of the working population, which is basically who is doing the task, which group of people is doing the tasks. If you're talking about home, for example, if you guys are cooking, and you all have to reach to the highest point right here to grab that special ingredient that you need to put in your on whatever you're cooking, and you have to stand on the stove all the time. Okay. Maybe if a taller person within your family, you can reach it very easily, right? And sometimes children had to go and grab a ladder and climb up. Right now, nowadays, everyone cooks in the family, right? So the idea is to harmonize all these different tasks and items. Make sure that you are always improving the way that you arrange things, the way that you put together the people that actually can perform these tasks, and you do it in such a way that it doesn't repeat it so much, and that you give him time for him to relax, to do some stretching, some movements every so often, so that in time it doesn't get injured. Because for those repetitive tasks, you don't usually see that you are getting injured. A lot of the companies, especially in the US, spend a lot of resources on ergonomic activities. But some of the companies really don't care. So it depends which company you're working on. They sometimes spend a lot of time looking at the people, how they work, how they sit. Even in the office, in the computer, the type of chair that they're using. Other companies just give you whatever they found, you know, whatever you have, so deal with it, right? But ultimately, it's your responsibility, each of everyone's responsibility, to make sure that we are always looking into different ways to prevent injuring ourselves and people around us, the people that we care for. I'm going to give you the main concepts of seeing these issues and trying to improve them. Simple things, and 4 things. That's man, method, machine, and material. 4 things. Man. Okay? Let me repeat it. Man, method, machine, material. Man, what we're looking for. Okay, we're looking at which person is involved in which tasks. Okay, and we're going to accommodate all different activities around the people. Okay, the method that they're doing it, the way, the process, company, the procedure in your house, if you're cooking, the way that you actually grab, where you place the pan, is it the pan heavy for everyone in the family, not only for you, because maybe you're strong and you can get down all the way to the pan of the kitchen and pull out that big pan and put it on top of the stove. But what about your daughter? If she's a very petite girl, that she has to pull that in, and she has to do it every day. So she might get her back injured. So you have to look at that to see how she's doing the same thing that you're doing, but maybe it's more difficult for her. Even when they're sweeping on the floor, maybe the broom is very light for you, but for her it's going to be very, very heavy. So you have to make sure that you're looking into which population is doing what. The method, the process, the machine, the equipment that you have in your house. Probably when you're using your computer, you have your computer, and a lot of the time you just get the computer and put it in your lap, and sit on the couch, right? And maybe you have a desk with a proper chair to use, but you don't have that habit. It's easier just to go on the couch, the sofa, sit down, and working on your computer, and also looking at TV at the news. You have to look around. Look at those 4 different concepts: man, method, machine, and material. And you will always find something to improve, to prevent injury from happening. Because it is your responsibility. You have to invest now. Otherwise, in the future, if you don't have formed these good habits, in the future you will regret. So make sure that you always looking around.